Hey guys, and welcome to our War of the Roses preview from XMMORPG. War of the Roses is a squad-based military game from Paradox Interactive, the same developers behind popular titles such as Salem and Heaven and Hearth. Stepping away from their other sandbox titled approach, War of the Roses is sort of a mix between Call of Duty and Mount and Blade. It provides players with a third-person combat experience that's based around tactics, skill and strategy over that of just the first person to shoot wins. So just exploring some of the basic features at the moment. This is your family's coat of arms that you don in battle. As you can see, there's quite a large selection of customization. The game is only in closed beta at the moment. It's just been opened about a week ago, so all of the features in this video will probably be improved at some point and expanded upon. Personally, I think all of the coat of arms looks ugly, but oh, there you go, change the head. Squirrel. Yeah, some rather strange designs to say the least. Let's go with some nice typical feathers, shall we? You got your profile editor. At the moment, obviously, I'm only level 3, so I've only got access to these classes. The class editor works in a similar way to Call of Duty. Footman here, crossbowman, longbowman, foot knight. These would be the default classes that you start with in Modern Warfare until you've earned the levels to get the custom classes. Works the same here. You earn experience points and gold for each game you play. Experience points and gold can be used to purchase new weapons, buffs, perks, that kind of thing, as well as unlocking the custom armor and custom weapon slots later in the game. So to begin with, I'm limited to these 4, but they do give you the basics of each class. You've got the footman, which is the basic infantry of any army in the medieval ages, even balance of defense and offense thanks to the shield and the short sword. Crossbowman is a pure powerhouse. They can do devastating damage at range with the crossbow. They do have quite a long loading time, so yeah, that makes it pretty harsh. And then you've got the longbowmen, which are a weaker version of the crossbowmen, but can fire at a faster rate. And in the foot knight, these guys are just pure beasts. They run around destroying everything because they're armoured to the teeth and have an extremely long sword. As you can see, the graphics are on about as high as they go, so you will see the game in all its graphical glory. Controls are very simple. Don't really have to use half of these. Obviously, you've got the holding your breath there for the ranged. You can call your horse. Once you've got a horse, you don't get that to begin with, but you can get it later. And then just the regular rush, melee, that kind of thing. So enough of that. We'll jump straight into the game. There are currently 2 different game modes available, Conquest and Deathmatch. Personally, I'm more of a fan of Deathmatch just because Conquest ends up being 30 players in one very small space, all just trying to fight over a flag. But I will show you Conquest first. I'm jumping on a game here. There has been some issues with the beta in Conquest mode, as people basically sit on a flag, take it, walk away, let somebody else come and take the flag. It's basically a way of XP boosting. It's pointless right now because XP does get wiped, so I'm not sure why they're doing it. Maybe they want to try the up classes and that, but it can detract from the Conquest experience somewhat. As you can see, I'm playing the crossbowman here. This is my reloading. There is a sort of a mini game with the reloading. I don't understand it fully, but I think the idea is to use your right mouse button to begin to reload and then lock in with your left mouse button to be able to reload at a faster pace. I'm getting shot by an archer from somewhere. Yeah, I see you. As you can see on my screen now, there's a blood effect. That means I've taken damage. You can heal up using a bandage with B. This restores you to full health. You have an infinite supply of these per life, so you've got no worries. I did warn you previously, this is definitely not my kind of game. I'm more of a slow-paced RPG kind of fella. Not having any luck here whatsoever. Headshot! There we go. That guy there was actually trying to do an execution ability on one of our team. That's basically where you finish someone off so they're on the floor, incapacitated, and you follow up with a devastating blow from your weapon. The slashing involves pretty much just the left mouse button. You hold it in the direction, so left mouse button right swing, left mouse button down swing. It's a fully skill-based combat system, right from the defending to the attacking. It's all down to your personal actions and movements with the mouse. It's definitely a unique approach. It's not as easy as the majority of third-person games you find online. So for those of you that like a challenge and think of yourselves as pretty elite, it's definitely one of the games you want to try out. The maps are pretty small at the minute. I haven't really found any that are big. I've only seen a couple. Not sure why I keep missing from 10 feet away. It's very difficult. And we lost that one quite badly by the looks of it. So that was Conquest mode. Didn't really get to see much of it because I was getting chased away quite a lot there. But it's pretty much just team deathmatch in a much closer quarters situation. But I'll give you another quick brief look here. I do like the crossbowman. I am a range kind of guy. I've had my fun with the other classes and not had much luck yet. Oh, I've actually unlocked the side class here, so you can have a look at that. This is a selection of stuff you've got here. As you can see, there's quite a large selection of different weapons, all with their own unique stats and background information. However, from the looks of it, you need to be quite at the level to be able to test any of them out. I'm not sure if we've actually got access to anything yet. No, so I've got a class with no choices. That's not really great. You've got your perks here. Offensive, so I can be a man-at-arms, which is a melee, and that gives you on the right, as you can see there, reduce weapon penalties and so forth. That gives you an archer perk, so these are the ones you can get, but these cost money. But again, these allow you to totally customise your character, so you're totally different to everyone else, which is nice. You've got everything from supporting perks, movement perks, buff perks. You know, I mean, cavalry obviously is quite a fun class to play from what I've seen so far. You can select your own types of armour. Each of them have, you know, different penetrations, different damage absorption ratings. Some of them slow you down more than others, so it's quite a realistic system and offers plenty of choice. At the moment, obviously, it is closed beta, so you're obviously seeing 4 or 5 options for each one, but it's not hard to expand on. It's probably going to get a lot more updates than you'd find in games like Call of Duty, where they don't really add new weapons and stuff too often, if at all. 20 seconds sort of battle start here, so we'll get going. Now, if you have any questions about the game, feel free to leave a comment below. Obviously, if you like the video, give us a like and a subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. We often have MMO reviews within 2 or 3 days of the beta starting at the very latest, so you get to see us in all the action. And of course, because I suck at these kind of games, you get to laugh at me as I get totally destroyed. Here we go, picking the Yorks again. I usually pick the Yorks just because it's a nice white flag, so it looks a bit more good guy. And there we go, spawning now.
Drive out the enemy.
Do appear to be some graphical issues. I've played the game probably 10-15 games now, and I can play through and be fine. Other times, as you can see now, it gets a bit jumpy, a bit jerky. Haven't changed my graphics at all. It's on the same settings it's always on, so I'm not really sure. Maybe there's some kind of issue there. As you can see, going to the lowest possible graphics has no effect, so I'm assuming this might be a lag issue. Well, I'm not really sure. I'll just give you a quick glimpse of the flags in Conquest, and then we'll head off to do a team deathmatch. Missed my fast reload. Now, when I've got full FPS and full ping, I can't hear anything, so this kind of jerkiness is, really going to reduce my abilities on the field. As you can see, they're taking C over there. See if I can get a couple of hits off. Oh, there we go. Yep. Cavalry in my face. Now, that sign above me there, you can see with the exclamation mark, means I'm down, but I am not dead. An ally, if they weren't all suicidal maniacs, could come and pick me up and bring me back to life, bring me back to combat with full life, which is nice. Enemies, however, can come over and execute me and totally finish me off. So we'll leave the Conquest mode there, and I'll show you guys some team deathmatch. Here we are on a team deathmatch again. 2 teams. They're the same 2 teams that feature throughout. Going for the crossbowman again. I will show you guys some infantry combat here anytime soon. I'm just seeing if I can finally figure out this weapon loading mechanic. Oh dear. Not a good place to spawn. Well, hopefully I'll be able to show you the executions now. There we go. As you can see, they're quite painful. They do hurt your ego as much as your character, so you want to try and avoid dying behind enemy lines as much as possible. I suppose that's incentive for me to show you guys the different classes. Gotta help my friends out here. Charge! Rolled again. So now these guys are trying to execute me, but you are rewarded with extra experience points and gold for an execution. So quite often your allies will kick you off the enemy in order to steal the execution from you, which can be quite tedious, but there's not really much they can do about it at the moment. There's no real sprint key, but you gather speed as you keep moving. So the more you move, the more speed you will get. By charging in there using the F key, that basically just knocks them down for a brief second. Not really that useful. See, I'm bleeding out there, bandaging up, seeing if I can stay alive. I should be right as long as I don't get hit. There we go. Again, couldn't hit him to save my life. I'm going to yield so he doesn't get the execution bonus. I'd rather die and drown than give you any money. Let's give the longbowman a shot now. Seems to be quite a few range on this team, which is probably why we're struggling so badly. Pick the teammate up, there we go. Again with the graphical lag, I'm not really sure why it's going like that. I'm assuming it's a problem with the game itself, because as I said, I've played 15-20 games on this and had no lag problems whatsoever. I think I even reduced the settings to give it a shot, so obviously there are some issues with the graphical content in the game. Maybe the shadows, everything's off or on low. Obviously I'm rocking an i7 here with a GTX 5. Oh dear, here we go, they're dead. Don't check your graphics on the side of a building. But yeah, my PC is ample enough to handle this, but there are some issues. But it is a closed beta, and it's very early on in the beta. The beta's not even been running a week yet, and it's not an issue you experience every game. It's actually the first time I've seen it, so it doesn't ruin it all that much. Get across from another little shot here. Oh, no, spawned in the wrong place. And there we go, dead again. So as you've seen the majority of the gameplay overall, the game has got its issues. There's a severe lack of game modes. I think for the tactical combat and strategical defensive options, they really should have some kind of extra variety of objective-based game modes, not just the King of the Hill and team deathmatch approach. There's a large variety of customization, although at the moment it is very limited, and leveling does seem extremely slow. So it's going to take a while before you can really customize your class, unlike Call of Duty, where after a couple of hours of play you can got quite a selection of weapons and attachments. It is a closed beta, so you can expect a lot of these features to be upgraded and improved. I think the game does have the recipe to be a great title. It's got the in-depth and tactical combat you'd see in Mount and Blade, with the sort of team play strategy and mechanics that you'd find in a community-based Battlefield 3 server. So it's got everything you need to be able to enjoy the game alone or with friends. Like I said before, if you like the video, please like, give us a subscribe if you want to watch some more MMO previews from XMMORPG.com. Link in the comment will be to the site, so check us out. We'll see you guys soon.